At the end of the World War II, in August 1945, the United States of America decided to launch a nuclear attack on Japan, and the reason was Japan's refusal to surrender and agree to the conditions announced by America. The leaders of Britain, the Soviet Union, and the American state held a conference and came up with a set of decisions, the most important of which is Japan's threat to announce its surrender without any condition or demands. The decision was a great insult to Japan and it undermined the status of its country. Japan refused to surrender and submit to any other state's sovereignty, and ignored the time period that was granted to them by the States United to surrender. When the United States found that Japan had rejected its demand, the United States made the worst decision in history, which was to throw a bomb in Japan in the city of Hiroshima, and the bomb was called Little Boy. So they threw this bomb mercilessly on civilians at an altitude of 600 meters, and it contained 60 kilograms of uranium. 57 seconds passed. The bomb fell on the city and its impact spread, and the city lost 70% of its building, killing more than 140,000 people and many injured and wounded, radiation and serious disease that afflicted people, and the impact of this bomb is still in the city so far, and is the first attack using nuclear weapons in the history of the world. The location of Hiroshima was not chosen randomly, as it was the ideal target of the cities that were nominated to drop a bomb in it, because it was a large civilized area and contains a port and military base, and most of the houses in Hiroshima are made of wood, and this will facilitate the task of setting the city on fire.
Part 2.
Have you ever wondered why Asians have eyes and distinctive shape that differs from other races? There is a strange explanation spread among people regarding the resemblance of the Japanese in their shapes, which is because of the Hiroshima bomb, and this speech is wrong and has nothing to do with the bomb in changing their shape. The people of Japan have looked like this since ancient times, before the bomb was thrown at them. They are distinguished by large folds of eyes and softness of their skin. And these characteristics vary in degree from one person to another, but in general, most Asians possess these characteristics. Adaptation is the reason, as Asians are tribes that live in the Arctic and they migrated from it tens of thousands of years ago to reside in the east of the continent of Asia. So, their eyes are distinguished by a layer of folds to accommodate extreme cold, wind, and snow, and the shape of their small nose to reduce their exposure to cold air.